What else can you say about that fight other than wow, wow, wow? What a fight that was. What a dope fight that was. What an unbelievable fight that was. I'm gonna let everyone roll in for a minute. I gotta set up a couple of things, but guys, I set up a poll. Let me know who you think won in the poll. I'm interested in seeing what everybody had. I had it 116, 112. Let me know what you guys think. It was if you're part of my Patreon, a part of the Discord. What a week. We had every single parlay. I will go over all of it with you. I gave 3 parlays. And they all hit between Friday and Saturday. I did a standalone bet on Vidal Riley, money line. That hit. Just every single thing hit. This was one of those weeks. It was absolutely one of those weeks. We set the record straight from last week. Last week was brutal. Hang on one second. Guys, take a look at the poll. Vote in the poll. All right. I want to put it in the Twitter. That's live. Plus, in the Patreon. I wanted to let everybody know. Let me know who you guys. I had it 116, 112. I scored 2, 3, 10, and 11, I believe. 9 and 10. 2, 3, 9, and 10 for Benn. I scored all the other rounds for Junior. So 2, 3, 9, and 10. I scored. The live betting was phenomenal. The live betting on that was crazy. When they gave in the 11th round, or 10th round, I guess it was, when they gave plus money to Eubank, I said to everyone to get in on that now. But the odds on that were wild. They were giving you plus money in a fight that clearly Eubank was up in. If Benn was gonna have any chance in that last round, and it turned out on the cards, he needed at least a knockdown, if not a knockout. Turned out that way, but he's gonna have to win the last 2 rounds for sure. Like that was obvious. It was obvious he needed the last 2 rounds, and it ended up he needed a knockdown to get the draw. He would have needed a knockdown to get the win. He was down 6-4 at that point. Benn lost the last 2 rounds. It was just pure gut determination. That's a fight of the year candidate. It's going to be hard pressed to get many fights better than that this year. I mean, that was epic. That was an all-time keeper of a fight. Guys, vote in the poll. Let me know who you think won. In the chat, y'all. In the chat, let me know what your card was. Let me know what all y'all had as cards. I want to see y'all's cards. Live bets was a gift. This was the gift that kept giving. I'm not going to act like I wasn't afraid of at any point, but I hit all my parlays. I hit the 3-leg parlay on Friday's card. I did Tudor. I did Tudor, Valoria, and Robledo money line that paid minus 160. Then I hit Vidal Riley money line that paid minus 180. Then I did a live bet on yard by decision that paid plus 290. That I put some money on that. That hit. I did that live. If you're in the Discord, you get all the live betting. That's why it's so important to get into the Discord. Get into the Discord, you get all the live betting, guys. The live betting on today was phenomenal. I hit a yard. And then live during the Smith fight, I told everyone to get in on Smith going live. It was like the 8th round. It was paying plus money to get in on Smith going to full 12. To me, it was self-evident he was going 12. He was not going to be stopped. The corner wasn't going to stop it. He almost got dropped in the 12th. And I was like, oh, man. He almost got stopped in the 12th there, but he got up. He got through it. I loved the live prop on that, and I love the live prop. I told everyone I said now would be a great time to bet the live on Eubank money line. And they were paying plus money for a while. So it was a phenomenal day to make money. I hope y'all came through. I hit on everything. And then I hit another parlay. I hit was the over. on Smith, McKenna, and Eubank. That hit, and then I hit the over on and then the last one I did was Tudor and Eubank, both money line. So all three of my parlays hit. Everything hit this week. Let me get to some of these guys. But guys, please remember to tip your boxing gambling advisor. Tip your gambling advisor. He came through for you in a major way today, in a real big way. Let me get this up there. We hit on another we hit on everything today. Today was just a day to get paid. It was big money. It was big money all around. I want to get to some of these comments. But guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Join the Patreon if you have not already. A link is in the description. I'm going to pin it in the chat too. Join the Patreon, $5 a month. You get the lock of the week. All three of my locks hit this week. Plus, I gave you plenty of live betting. This was a easy, massive week to get paid. I hope everyone did. Everyone made money this week. I hit on everything. This was one of the best weeks I've had in a while. The live betting, everything came through. When they went plus 290 on yard by decision, I jumped all over that on the live betting. I shared that with the Discord. So guys, get in the Discord. If you're part of the Patreon, you pay the $5 a month for the Patreon. You're a free member. You get the Discord for free. And I do all the live betting, all the updated props in that. And it was just a great week to make money, guys. So join the Patreon. Link is in the description. Get everything. Get the lock of the week. Get Ask the Bookie Anything. Get the updated props. Man, everything came through today. Everything came through. So join the Patreon. Give me 1 second. I want to just all right. So all right. Muscles had another big week. This is a great week, man. It's a great week. Let me get to some of these. Let me get to the super chats. I saw some super chats coming through. Cedric, again, my boy. Don't need no rematch. Don't want to see Eubank cut weight like that again. Every fight went the distance, Garrett. I told you McKenna was on a mission, and oh, thank God. They should have stopped that fight on Liam Smith. Honestly, real talk. They should have stopped that fight on Liam Smith. Liam Smith wanted to go out on the Shield. I would be surprised if we ever saw Liam Smith fight again, and he wanted to go out like this. So shout out to Cedric Wilson. Thank you for the super chat. McKenna looked good. McKenna looked really, really good. Smith looked totally shot. I didn't bet on that. The only thing I bet on that fight was the over. The over hit. I was not convinced McKenna was going to win, and I saw how well he performed, plus how shot Smith was, and I had it 120 to 107. I don't even know what rounds, a few rounds the judges scored for him. One of the judges scored 3 rounds for Smith. I gave him no rounds. I thought that was a beatdown. But thank you for the $10 super set, Cedric. You were correct. McKenna absolutely on a mission. Great performance from McKenna. Jeff coming through with the super chat. Good effing fight. Do we see it again? I'm good with seeing it again. You guys want to see it again? I'm all aboard. Let's get it back. Let's get it in. Look, I don't know if we're going to see it again. There's a weight issue, and you could see, right? Like if they want to make it again, I'm good. Cedric said he doesn't need to see it again. I get that. Benn won the fight. I mean, Eubank won the fight clearly, I thought. I didn't see. Guys, make sure you vote in the poll. Let me know what you guys think. Also, let me know your scorecards in the chat. I thought Eubank won clearly. I had an 8-4. You can see the last couple rounds, he was just going to use his size and strength and maul him. And that's exactly what he did. That is exactly, he just mauled him down. And he's the bigger guy, and the bigger guy won the fight. But it was getting close. I said after the 8th round, I have it 6-2 Eubank. This fight's very close, and Eubank looks the worse for wear. He's more faded. I think that Benn's going to win, right? I think Eubank is more faded. This fight's long from gone is what I said. I said it's long from gone. And you could see he got faded, and so it was 9-10. Benn, I thought, had his best rounds. Got himself back in the fight. Thank you for the super chat. Whole 3D boxing fan with the comeback week. Cash it. Bang. This was the week we need. Last week was brutal. Last week killed me. But I appreciate the super chats, guys. I really do. Appreciate the super chats. Let me get back to this. Appreciate all the super chats. Super chats are always appreciated. Let me. All right. Let me get some of these. Fight of the year. I don't disagree, Team Batman. It's going to be hard to get a better fight than that. Congrats, Eubank. Parliamentary done. Great fight, Eubank. 8-4. That's how I had it. 8-4. Yep, Eubank won. Ben didn't land any of those shots. The commentators were in awe over. Yeah, I saw that too. Man, I missed my only parlay because Yard didn't stop him. Tanahara would have stopped Benn in that last round. Tanahara stops the world, Ryan Hong. Appreciate that. Tanahara stops the world. Let's go. Thanks for the over on Smith and Eubank's money line. We got it, fast car. I would have stopped the Smith fight on Smith. He was taking a beating for no reason. He was never in that fight. He was never competitive in that fight. I didn't score any rounds from him. I had it 12-0 plus the extra point for the knockdown. I had 120, 107 McKenna. Thank God Smith wanted to go out on a shield because that should have been stopped. But even if they would have stopped that, the knockdown already was in the 12th round, so it would have hit anyway. Because I took the over, not the distance. I'd love to see it again. Who wants to see it again? Let's see it again, right? Amazing fight. Awesome fight. I'd love to see the boys shake hands and move forward. Rivals ended on a great note. Yeah. Agreed, Sam. Rafa says, yes, sir. We made some big money. Bell Smith cost me tonight. I had other 3 fights, right? Bill Smith won the fight, though. Oh, did you have Glenn? I had Glenn, but I didn't put any money on Glenn. Everything hit. I only lost $50 on Glenn. Everything else came through. Great week, Gary. Yeah, thank you. It was an amazing week. Really good week. I bet the over on CBS. All right. And the money line and some other parlays I had from weeks ago. Let's go. Not even mad Eubank didn't get the stoppage. Had him by KO on my parlay. But what a fight. What a fight. I wouldn't have been mad if the refs would have stopped the fight on Liam Smith. I wouldn't have been mad about it, even though I would have lost that one parlay. But yeah, he did. Liam Smith may never be the same again after a beatdown like that. But I won $1,200, so I took Eubank money line in 80% of my parlays and took the over in the other ones. Yeah, I had 2 parlays with Eubank money line. I thought Eubank money line. I'm gonna lie, this fight was closer and more competitive than I thought. I thought Eubank was pretty much going to dominate the fight and just win a wide decision. That was kind of my inkling. I was not expecting a fight of the year type performance, a type of the fight of the year type thing. I thought Grant would win too. That was the one fight I got wrong, but I didn't have any of my bets. I did my tape on it. And I thought Glenn would be able to get on the inside, and then my app was bugging, so I didn't even get to see like the first 8 rounds of that fight, like 7.5 rounds. I got tuned into like the 8th round. I saw it from there on out, and I was asking in my Discord, are those cards legit? Because the cards were kind of close, and they said, yeah, for sure, Bell Smith won. But my app was bugging. I missed the first 7.5 rounds of that fight. McKenna schooled them. Something serious. Yeah, McKenna's performance was A+, man. Connor crying on his dad. Oh, Ben won the fight. Let me check my poll, y'all. Let me check my poll. All right, so far in my poll, I got basically 60-20. Ooh, okay. There's a bunch of you guys. Keep voting in the poll. I got 47 votes in. 60% of y'all think Eubank won, and then 20% think Ben won, and 20% think it was a draw, basically. So 60-20-20 right now. But guys, keep betting in that poll. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your and then leave your scorecards in the chat too. I want to see your scorecards. I have 116, 112 Ben, just like the judges. But what a fight that was, man. What an amazing fight. Where does Eubank go from here? Is it a rematch? Do you guys want to see a rematch? Or if not, I'm guessing Eubank goes up to 168. I'm guessing he's done here. Who does he fight, though, at 68? Who do we want to see? Want to see him fight Caleb Plant? Who do we want to see Eubank fight after this? I'm looking at Lester Martinez is the one name that jumps to mind. Munguia. There's some names for him. Diego Pacheco. Do we want to see that? Do we want to see him fight Diego Pacheco? What do we want to see him do next? Eddie Hearn going to have a cry now. He didn't like the scorecards. I don't know what you didn't like about the scorecards. What did Eddie? I didn't hear what Eddie Hearn said. He thinks Benn won. 116, 112 was like it's the most common scorecard I'm hearing. 116, 112 is. I thought that was exactly right. Like they were close rounds, and they were rounds that were difficult to score. It were close rounds. Here's how I had it: round one, Eubank. 2 and 3, Benn. You can put a circle around round 3. Round 3 was a toss-up round. Round 4. Okay. All right. Don't do that again, Raji. But Benn did good, but I don't think enough to win. I agree. It was a great fight. He was hyper competitive in the fight. Do I think both Ryan Garcia and Canelo stop their opponents next week? I do. I would parlay that. I think that's a good parlay. Isaac or Isak, 115, 115 level. Can't wait to see Clapback Thursdays and see De La Hoya clown Eddie Hearn. I'm looking forward to it. Cedric. If there's a rematch, the hydration clause has to go. It's the only reason Ben stood a chance. He's also fighting a much bigger guy, Ron, like A4 Ron, 1, 2, 3, A4 Ron. He's also fighting a much bigger guy, which is why I don't necessarily need to see the rematch. They're not the same weight class. And to me, it was evident. And why did Bank win that fight in the last 2 rounds? He said, I'm not going to box him anymore. I'm just going to be the bigger guy here. I'm just going to maul him. Like, I'm just going to maul the guy. That's all I'm going to do is maul him. And look, it's fine. But, like, they're not the same weight class. I'm not, like, if they make a rematch, great. The first fight was amazing. Let's do it again. If not, I'm going to say fine. We don't need to see it again. It was a one-sided mismatch. It wasn't a one-sided mismatch. I'm sorry. It was a weight class mismatch. It's not the guys are not the same size, and that was obvious. And Eubank won the fight because he was bigger, because he just mauled him at the end of the fight. When that fight was maybe starting to turn and maybe slipping away from him, the last 2 rounds he took because he just mauled him. He big boyed him. Let's go. I know that Muscles cashed out today. Muscles hit a parlay Friday and Saturday. Pretty good week for Muscles. Fight of the century. Amazing fight. Unbelievable fight. That was an awesome fight. Really, really good. Fight of the year. I thought, guys, make sure to vote in the poll. Everybody vote in the poll. I thought Eubank would hand by at least a couple of rounds. I had Eubank 8-4. Guys, let me know what you had in your chat. On your card. Let me know in the chat what y'all had in your cards. I'm struggling today. What up, Richard Shepard? That was a great fight. Ryan by KO next week and Haney by decision. Yeah, I like that. Eubank should fight Laura. I like this. Kudos to Rambler. That's a good. Well done, Rambler. I like that. That's a good one. Eubank and Laura. Who are we taking in that? Eubank or Laura? It's a really good fight. That's a really, really good fight. All right, let me check my poll again. I'm interested in this poll. Did it get any closer? No. 66% of you guys think Eubank won. 16% think Benn won. And 18% think it was a draw. What do we think of Bedell Riley today? Is everyone, are we all in that Riley won and Riley looked good? I thought Chef Clark started to rally back in that fight, but I still thought Riley won 7-5. I thought Riley won in a very, very good fight. I like Haney by stoppage. Ryan likes Haney by stoppage. 115, 113, early fight of the year lock right now. Yeah, it's going to be in the conversation. There's so far, and we're 4 months through the year. We're a third of the way through the year. There's no better fight than this. Not even close. I would like Laura too. Laura, far too slick levels. I agree, but Laura's 41 years old. How old is Lara? He's Cuban and he's 41, so he's probably 44. He's 42. He just turned 42 2 weeks ago. He's 42. The size was definitely a factor. It was. There's no denying it, and that's why I don't need to see it again. The first fight was great. It was awesome. If they do it again, great. If not, they're not the same weight class. Why are we running it back? I think, if anything, Benn reestablished himself as a world-class fighter. He went up and fought a guy 2 weight classes bigger than him. They are 2 weight classes apart. He fought a guy 2 weight classes bigger than him, and he hung in with him. He was absolutely right in the mix with him. And I thought he was going to get outboxed worse than that. I thought it was going to be a wider decision. I did not expect it to be the fight of the year where Eubank needed to rally, get the last 2 rounds to seal the deal. But that was one hell of a fight, man. Absolutely one hell of a fight. And the card was good. No lies, David. No lies detected, man. That was an unbelievable fight. May's going to have some big money-making month for us. Unbelievable week. Unbelievable week. I hit on everything this week, man. This was such a good week between the Golden Boy parlay. The Golden Boy parlay, if you just parlayed, bang, 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 the 3 favorites. That was Robledo, Villarreal, and Tudor. Just 1, 2, 3. Just parlay those 3 guys. It was minus 160. It was so easy. It was so obvious. It was such easy money. And this is what we got to bring down the house together, guys. Join the Patreon. If you have not already, join the Patreon. It's pinned in the chat. It's in the description. Join the Patreon. I give you guys all of this. You get all of it. For $5 a month, you get the props. Look at what we did on the props. On the props, we got Eubank. On the live betting, I mean. We got Eubank at plus money in the 11th round. We got Anthony Yard by decision at plus 290. And then we got the over and McKenna by decision. And that at plus money too. Like everything was a hit. Like the live betting, everything. This was one of the best weeks I've had in a long, long time. And I usually hit, but I was just hitting on everything. Connor could have stopped him in a few times, didn't take advantage of the opportunity. Yeah, Connor's not as explosive. Like it's very clear. Connor Benn is not as explosive for whatever reason as he was when he was fighting Algieri and Van Eerden. He's not as explosive now as he was for then. You guys can take that however you want. But he was also well matched then. You know, they matched him well. Benn was tired and smothering his shots in the last 3 rounds. Agreed. He showed a lack of inside fighting. He did. It's a good observation, Hal. I agree. Still made some good money, though. This was one of the best weeks I've had, man. Canelo, Inoue, Rohan, Emiliano are locks this weekend. Canelo, Inoue. I'm running off the Inoue fight only because he's fighting one of my good friends in the sport. Ramon Cardenas is one of my dudes in the sport. If you go to my Texas Boxing Scene channel, there are a ton of interviews with him. That's my boy. I'm going to lay off that fight altogether. Rohan, Emiliano are locks this weekend. Over 10.5 for Lopez. Barbosa looks good. I love the over. I love the over on that fight. Rambler says, just don't pick no Campbell Hatton or Sandy Ryan fights. That sets me back. All right. What did I took? What did I mess up? I didn't mess up no Sandy Ryan fights. But all right. Live bets this week for sure. Cleared 5 units. I got an invitation to the Fatal Fury Times Square fights next Friday. Oh, you should go. I don't know if I should go. Oh, of course you should go. It's a viewing plaza, no direct view of the ring, room full of screens, and surround sound from the. Yeah, I would go. I mean, are you in New York? You should go. You should go. May is going to be outstanding. 3 days in a row of great cards. Agreed. Did you see BJ Saunders try to enter Eubank? No, I didn't see that. What, is that for real? What happened? I didn't see it. And it's located in Times Square. The viewing plaza is on 45th Street. Weird. I'm interested to see what this looks like. The over on Lopez Barbosa and Haney Ramirez seems a lock to me. Yeah, we're in New York. I'm from New York originally. Brooklyn. I lived Coney Island for a couple of years. I lived in Mill Basin for a couple of years, and I lived in Bay Ridge. And then I moved to Queens, and I lived in Astoria. I went to Hofstra. I went to University at Hofstra. So I'm originally a New York guy. How are we doing? Eubank, easy money. Miran, it is such easy money. It is such easy money. All the cards against him, he still won. Rematch on his terms now. I'm going to New York in July for the ring card in July 12th. Let me know. I may go too. Espinosa is a lock next weekend, right? No. I think he might lose. No. I think Eddie Vasquez might beat him. He's definitely not a lock. Queens. I lived in Astoria for 3 years. The first condo I ever had was in Queens, Astoria, 28th Street and 21st Avenue. They don't let Saunders in the room to check Eubank's hand, right? I mean, the way it works, at least in all the states in the U.S., is that you can pick someone from your team, and the guy has to be approved on your list to go in and observe the hand wraps. Was Saunders approved? I don't know. Maybe it works differently with the BBC. I don't know. He doesn't want to see the rematch. I'm fine either way. You want to do it again? Great. It was a great fight. If not, I don't need to see it again. I thought Eubank won clearly, and they're not the same weight class, so I don't need to see it again. But if they want to make it again, I'll watch. All right. Yeah, this is overwhelming. Now, 67% of y'all think Eubank won, 16% think Benn won, and 17% think it's a draw. Keep voting in the poll. Vote. Appreciate y'all. All the way from going to be expensive, but it's going to be worth it. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to Times Square. Also, I live in Manhattan. Oh, Rafa, you're a New York guy? Rafa and Dave, next time we're in New York, hit me up in the Discord. Rafa, are you even hit me up, Rafa? We should meet up. Benn's stock should rise with this fight. I think so. I think this reestablishes Benn as a world-class guy. Go back down to 47, go back down to 54, go back down to a weight class where you fit in at. And I think this reestablishes him, because I was really high on him after the Van Eerden fight, after the Algeria fight, and so on. And then this happened. Then the last two, the Dobson fight and the Orozco fight happened. And I was like, I'm kind of out on him. Then he did this. I'm kind of back in on him. I thought it was a really, really good performance. Espinosa's minus 11. Yo, guys, get in on. I don't even think he's going to win. He could. All right. Right now, I'm working on Barbosa and Tio. Did I drop that already? Hang on. Did I drop that video already? Give me 1 second. I've been so busy. Yeah, so Tio is live right now. Tio and Barbosa, that video is live today. Check that out. Make sure to check that out. And then next video I'm doing is Eddie Vasquez and Espinosa. I'm all in on that. 100% in on that. That's good to know. I'm going to start working on that today. That should be live tomorrow. Vasquez and Espinosa. What up, BC? Miran does not like Nigel Benn. I'm thinking of going to the New York card. Got a family that lives in the Bronx. It's always. And then you're in New York, you can get some pizza, you can get some bagels, you can get some Jamaican beef patties. It's just good. You can get cannolis, like I like. It's just good. Rafa, you got an invitation also. Larry said there's no public access viewing from the street. I love Murdar. All right. Shout out to Liverpool, England, please. No, I love Nigel. He's a warrior. Connor Benn, on the other hand, not my. Wait, what, did I read that wrong? Oh, all right. Okay. All right. I got you. All right. So here's the plan, y'all. Here's the plan. I'm going to wrap this up soon, guys. I'll be live again tomorrow. All right. I'm going to drop Tifima Lopez and Barbosa is live now. Check that out. Upset alert. So check that out. I'm going to work on Espinosa and Vasquez next. That's the next video I'm doing because these odds are wild. And then I'm going to go live every day. I'm going to try to go live every single day. Tuesday's the one day I don't know if I can go live. But I'm going to do multiple shows. I'm going to go live as much as I can. All right, let me check my poll again. Appreciate everyone dropping by. Yeah, I'm going to end this poll now. 123 votes in. Eubank, 68%. Benn, 15%. Draw, 17%. So of the 123 people that voted, let me see. All right, that's a fair amount. About 18, 19 people think that he won the fight. Let me refresh this, and I'm going to end the poll. If you guys have any last-minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, let me know now. Otherwise, forever hold your peace. I'm going to wrap this up. I will be back tomorrow. 130 votes. About 20, 21 people of the 130 think that Benn won the fight. That was a draw. Let's be a little less. Hang on. About 18, 19 people think that Benn won the fight. Eubank really picked up towards the end. Big ups to him. I didn't really. Let me get through some of these. Now that Benn lost, I would get him a win or two first. I wouldn't throw him right to Boots. Gary, the channel's really growing. It is. I appreciate that, Miran. It's a process, but it's slowly but surely getting there. Eubank really picked it up towards the end. Big ups to him. I don't think he had that dog in him. He certainly did. Both guys showed a lot of dog in them. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Appreciate all of y'all. It is, what is it? It is April 26th, 2025. Oh, again, for the second month in a row, Miran did mention this. I've gotten my most views and my most views and my most watch time. Record setting. March, I set a record. April, I broke that record, set a new record. So I appreciate all you guys coming through. Appreciate all of you. Appreciate you guys. I really do. So it is April 26th, 2025. I'll be live again tomorrow from Texas to the world. Thank y'all, and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.